and welcome to the Integrative Health Convention 2018 online interviews. Today we're going to find out more about mind clearing and shiatsu, and Alice Whieldon, who is speaking at the convention this October. The Integrative Health Convention is an annual convention in London, featuring many leaders in their fields of complementary and conventional medical therapies to help people get better through their various healing practices. It's an opportunity for doctors and therapists to meet, share, learn from, and connect with each other. We believe that true health is holistic and that people get better in more than just one way. And we all have so much to learn from each other. And the Integrative Health Convention provides a stage, a platform for this, for therapists, doctors, and the public. There are limited tickets which can be purchased at integrativehealthconvention.co.uk. This series of online interviews will help you to get to know our speakers, who are leaders in their different fields of healing or therapy or medicine, and maybe help you decide which talk to attend out of the 36 talks to choose from over the 2 days at the Integrative Health Convention 2018. I'm your host, Dr. Naveed Akhtar, and I've been a GP for almost 10 years in Essex, and I'm the co-founder of Neurolinguistic Healthcare, the organisers of the Integrative Health Convention 2018. Neurolinguistic Healthcare provides courses in advanced communication skills and therapeutic techniques, as well as training in hypnosis for healthcare providers. Today, I'm speaking to one of our excellent speakers who is coming to the 2018 convention at the Park Plaza Victoria Hotel in London to share with you what they know and to tell us a little bit more about who they are and what they do and what to expect from their talk at the convention. This is Alice Whieldon, who runs courses in mind clearing and shiatsu and can be found at www.alicewhieldon.com. So Alice, can we start by letting our audience know a little bit more about yourself and something that maybe I didn't cover earlier?
Thank you. It's very nice to be talking to you. I'm going to be talking about mind clearing at the conference. Rather than shiatsu, which I teach a lot of. But mind clearing is the other thing I do. I came across this way back when I was 18, 19, and really only picked it up again a few years ago when I decided that the world needed a book about it because it was such good stuff. And I became an accidental practitioner because as I was doing the training for my research, and people started being referred to me. And this was actually fantastic because I understood at a really deep level that the quality of this work, this particular approach of mind clearing, I'd come across it actually originally through doing meditation courses which were related to mind clearing, and they were called Enlightenment intensives, and they changed my life when I was 18 and set me on a particular path which I've been pursuing really ever since. So mind clearing and shiatsu are the way that I seek really to, help people. Certainly find the best ways of help that I've found, and I've done some psychotherapy training as well. But mind clearing really is very precise, very focused, and the philosophy and the practice are.
So can you tell our audience? What is mind clearing and what does this form of therapy involve?
Well, it looks very much like a talking. Well, it is a talking therapy, and you set up with your client face to face, as you would in most psychotherapy situations. So it has that look about it, but it has a very particular philosophical foundation, which is in line with Indian philosophies, but it's also combined with Western psychology. And the purpose is literally to clear your mind. So it has a very precise definition of what the mind is, that the mind is fixed attitudes which get in the way of communication, and those attitudes are the result of failed communications early in life, which is kind of in line with a lot of psychological thinking anyway. But underlying that is a very crucial thought, point, which is that you are not, in fact, your mind. And so in a sense, it's not secular, like a lot of psychotherapy is secular and conflates you and your mind. But here, you're not your mind. So the practice is designed to help you speak the things you haven't said, get those across to the point where you no longer require neurotic behaviors and ideas.
I'm always curious about what brings
you believe
people
to
to become interested in their field. Can you tell me a little bit more about kind of what got you into this and your story behind what you're doing now?
Well, as I said, I did the Enlightenment Intensives, which are these related workshops. Those were put together in 1967 by a man called Charles Berner, who was working on mind clearing. And he realized when he was trying to develop what he hoped was going to be the best ever psychotherapy, he realized that the people who did best at what he was putting forward, the mind clearing, were people who had a strong sense of themselves as separate from mind, separate from body, but really themselves in this sort of core way. And so he put the Enlightenment Intensive workshops together, which sought to address this, to help people to get a much better sense of themselves. Now, I did these when I was 18 and for a few years, and they changed my life. I had a much better sense of who I was and what was important in life. And mind clearing is something that I was always aware of. My father was a practitioner, and I knew many people who were involved. But I was studying shiatsu at the time and practicing this. But mind clearing kept coming back. Shiatsu, being body-based, didn't give me the explanations I was looking for, the philosophy that I was really looking for. And mind clearing did that. So when I decided to write my book about it and study it, I became very impressed by the explanations that mind clearing gave me about the mind, what the mind is, and how we deal with it. So that's my personal story. It's been personally extremely valuable to me. And as I've been a practitioner and taken people through a training, I've also seen other people. And
now you're going to be talking about mind clearing in October at the Park Plaza Victoria.
Really convinced me.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what the audience is going to gain from your seminar?
Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about the model of the mind that mind clearing puts forward. This is a model which is maps closely onto Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, in fact, which is I find quite interesting, combined with some Western psychological theory. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that structure of the mind, and also how mind clearing seeks to meet that problem of the mind, and literally to clear that, what the steps are, what the key principles are that we use. I'll be giving you a little potted history, but really the steps that we use to clear these fixed attitudes.
Having thought about the Integrative Health Convention, where the audience will be made up of doctors, therapists, and the public, where do you see your particular practice fitting in with integrative health?
Well, I imagine it could fit in many ways, but what I've been thinking particularly is the mindfulness, the change, the mindfulness, the interest in mindfulness these days. What I've been noting is that the background, the philosophical background for mindfulness, coming particularly from mostly Buddhist philosophy, isn't really in line with either the medical model or most psychological models, not all. And I know a lot of work is being done to try and marry these together. But I suppose I'm interested to see who wins, because these are really very different philosophical models we're working with. And mind clearing doesn't have this problem. It's already confluent. It's coming from the same place as mindfulness. So I think it has an awful lot to offer people in terms of a practice that can be used not only one-to-one, but I've actually seen immense benefit from working with a group. I mean, the group and work one-to-one, but this is a very economical way of working and highly effective. And it promotes community, it promotes people working together and connections. I'm very impressed by it myself, and I'm really keen to share this with other people, and really hopeful that people will be interested, because we can take it straight off the shelf, if you like. We don't have to make it work with mindfulness, make it work with these things. It's already there.
It might, as you say, mindfulness is kind of the buzzword at the moment, and it sounds like mind clearing is very much mindfulness in action, as you put it.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I think it takes it a step further. I mean, many people now come to me, whether it's for shiatsu or mind clearing, who said, I've come into this because I just did an 8-week course on mindfulness and it's changed my life. It's clearly fantastic. It's really doing fantastic things. But they want more. They want to take it further. And it's, how do you do this without actually squashing the benefits that have already been had? And the particular approach and the particular attitude that mind clearing takes of collaboration, rather than doctor-client sort of patient sort of approach, is really something that people enjoy. They feel collaborated with, they feel engaged with, rather than done to. And this is very much in line with the mindfulness that they've so loved the taste of. So for me, there's an awful lot that we could do together, putting these things together. So I'm really excited to be sharing this.
I'm sure the delegates are coming to hearing all about mind clearing. One question that we're asking all of our speakers is, as a therapist, as a teacher with many years of experience under your belt, what do you think in particular is the key to healing in what you do?
Well, being heard. We all want to be heard. If we are heard, life changes. But it's not so easy. It's not so easy to express ourselves, and it's not so easy to find somebody who hears us without judgment. And that's what helps. That's what really helps. And it changes our physical health as well as our mental health. So I think that's the key. Getting to that place takes immense skill and dedication from both sides, a lot of work. So it's a simple key, but as with a lot of simple things, it's very difficult to achieve.
Well, thank you, Alice, for taking the time to talk to me
that's
here
what
today.
I say is the key.
And thank you all out there for taking the time to watch and listen to this interview. And hope this is going to help you to choose come to listen to Alice at the convention as one of many other interviews out there. So remember to get your tickets early from our website by following the links down here below. We are at the Integrative Health Convention in London on the 13th and the 14th of October 2018. You can use this discount code here, podcast10, which will give you a 10% discount as a gift from us to you for sharing your time with us. When we see you in October in London, our speakers will be sharing so much more with you then, and hopefully you'll get a chance to meet all of them there as well. Thank you very much, and see you there.